Do you want art to change your life? Doesn't matter if you're good at it or not. You just need to make an acquaintance with its hidden side. How, is one word, would you describe the essence of art? Beautiful, sophisticated, intellectual, creative. Art is an emotion. Not literally, of course, but last few centuries art is just a collection of different traumas, flows of consciousness, overthinking, or the feeling everything is so bad. If you do not believe it, just try to remember what was your last contact with art before listening to a speech. Were you listening to a song about a guy breaking up with a girl he loves, or maybe reading a sad novel dedicated to a real person? There are so many works of art with touching stories behind them that are actually based on real feelings. We tend to think of art as a natural talent, ignoring the fact that it's also a great way to express emotions. And we all can be artists actually, because we all are able to create something. It is our nature. Like thinking. I mean, you can't say, wow, he has a talent to think, he was born to do that. Do you remember those art classes in school? When a teacher comes and says, alright, now look at the board and draw this house that you see here. I won't be surprised if, after getting marks, the drawing would go to lie safely in a rubbish bin. But I suppose you would feel much differently about it if, for example, you were told to draw a perfect house for yourself to live in. So artworks are more valued when they have something valuable in them. If everything your art shows is good skills, you actually have to be very good at it. You need to learn a lot and practice. But if your artwork expresses some emotions, you're free to do it as you want to, and nobody can judge you for it, cause now you finally can say, I am an artist, I see it in this way. When you allow yourself to be an imperfect artist, you find the salvation in art. I personally divide types of art into two groups, frozen in time and freezing time. Don't laugh, I'm not a queen of creating cool names. Frozen in time are those types that let you capture a moment, with an opportunity to return to it any time. For example, when I feel sad, I like writing different poems about the emotions that I feel this time. It is a moment that will never happen again, and I'll never feel exactly the same once more. But after writing it down, I give myself an opportunity to return to it anytime. I just open a notebook and I see this moment again. I remember, yeah, that's what I thought, yeah, that's how it actually was. It allows me to replace all the emotions from my head to notes where they don't bother me that much. Same thing with drawing, writing prose, etc. Anything that stays with you. Time freezing are those stuff that allow you to forget about the reality, get into a bubble for a short period of time and pretend you do not exist. For example, dancing or singing. When I feel bad, I like singing emotional songs so my neighbors feel the same. Alright, that's not my purpose, but maybe a side effect. I don't know, they do not complain. Maybe I have made them move out. Anyway, this helps me to transform the energy inside me into something not judged by society. I would like to simply turn into Hulk and smash things, but I still need my room, so I'm just singing and getting rid of negative energy anyway. From my examples, maybe you already see how to choose the type of art that you need at a certain moment, but I'll point it out. Frozen in time are for calm feelings, when you actually would feel comfortable just sitting for an hour with a sketchbook and drawing. And freezing time are for very strong emotions, when bad energy overfills you. And not only art can be different, but there are also different types of emotions. And we have the good fortune to have them already divided and named good and bad. Talking of good emotions, it's great to turn them into art when they are either fantasy or memory, because otherwise you turn away from a real moment. While with bad emotions, it's vice versa. Create art based on existing bad emotions. In our cruel and depressive world, it's not a good idea to go deep into bad feelings you don't feel yet. If I convinced you, it's time to share with you how to actually become an artist. There are a few tasks you need to complete to become one. First of all, let yourself be imperfect. Let's start with a simple example. You want to draw a ship. Stop thinking how it has to be 100% realistic. In the end, what are you going to do with it? Glue it on the window to impress people passing by? Don't demand too much from yourself, draw an ugly ship. By the way, that may also impress people. The point I'm trying to make is that there is no actual need for perfection, and it doesn't matter if you're drawing a ship or an emotional painting, still, there is no rule that it has to be ideal. Moreover, perfection is very not defined. Like, what do you call a perfect painting? The most realistic one? There are no criteria to rate an artwork. And my next piece of advice may seem controversial, so you have to decide on your own whether to follow it or not. I suggest you, in the beginning, do not share your art with other people. Create a space where you can keep it a secret. For example, to write poems, you can use notes on the phone with a password. I'll explain why. Understanding that no one in the world will ever read it gives you a fantastic freedom to be true and write anything. For sure, you can show some of your artworks to friends on post on social media, but we all have secrets and don't be afraid to turn them into art as well. Art is not for audience innovations. You can create artworks that no one will ever see just for yourself. It's actually very good to have secret artworks because our secrets are thoughts hidden from society and interest to hide them from others. We put them so far in our mind that we hide them even from ourselves instead of exploring them and self reflecting. And my last piece of advice is to appreciate your feelings and inner world and their representation in your art. You are unique as well as the inner world. Art can help you to see this world better, and you need to be brave to observe, explore, and admire it. Art can even help you to discover another person in you. And no, I don't mean you have a personality disorder, no. I can't guarantee, but I hope you won't. I'm saying that you can get to know yourself better by spending time by yourself in such a fascinating way. So now you know everything to start your way as an artist. I don't have a magic wand to suddenly turn you into Picasso, but you have my magic speech and your magic personality to find a true artist in you.